send to Amazon and the steps to create them. Providing Amazon with accurate box content information allows us to move your inventory rapidly through our network, making them available for sales sooner. If you're shipping boxes with one or more units of the same SKU, we recommend that you create reusable case pack templates to provide box content information, box weights, box dimensions, prep and labeling information. Since these templates can be used for future shipments, you won't have to re-enter packing details every time you ship that SKU, thus reducing time spent creating shipments. Now let's see how to create a case pack template. First, click the Packing Details drop-down menu in Step 1, choose Inventory to Send, and select Create Case Pack Template. The Case Pack template saves information about how you prep, label, and pack the SKU. We'll skip the name field for now. Units per box is the number of sellable units in each shipping box that you'll hand off to your carrier. If, for example, you always get case packs from your supplier with 10 sellable units per box, you would enter 10 here. Let's say that the box dimensions are 8 by 12 by 16 inches and that each box weighs 15 pounds. Next, enter information about the prep and labeling for each unit. If Amazon has stored the prep type for this SKU, it will appear here automatically. Otherwise, choose the prep category that applies to the SKU from the drop-down menu. If none of these fits your SKU and no additional prep is required, select No Prep Needed. In this example, we're selecting baby products as the prep category. Now tell us whether you want to prep each unit yourself or use the FBA prep service to have Amazon do it for a per-unit fee. The same goes for labeling. In this example, because you or your supplier do all the required prep and labeling, you select Seller for the Who Preps Units and Who Labels Units fields. Now back to the packing template name that we left blank earlier. If you have multiple manufacturers or suppliers, each of which packs differently, you might want to create multiple case pack templates for that SKU. Currently, Send to Amazon lets you create up to 3 case pack templates for each of your SKUs. Make sure to name each template so they're easy to tell apart. Let's call this template Warehouse LA-10 units. Supposing that this product comes from your warehouse in Los Angeles and has 10 units per box. By clicking Save, you return to the beginning and can now see a preview of the template details you just entered. Because you selected Seller in Who Labels Units, you print the labels by clicking Print SKU Labels and then label your SKUs. To create a second case pack template for this SKU, click the Packing Detail drop-down menu and select Create Case Pack Template. Fill in the packing details and click Save. To edit or delete an existing case pack template, click the pencil icon next to the packing detail. After making your changes, click Save. To delete, click Delete Packing Template. This concludes the instructional video on how to create, modify, and delete case pack templates in Send to Amazon. Check out the detailed step-level video tutorials in Seller University to learn more about the workflow. Thank you and happy selling on Amazon! Welcome to the step-level video series on Send to Amazon, a streamlined shipment workflow that saves you time by simplifying Fulfillment by Amazon or FBA shipment creation. In this video, we'll cover Step 1 of the Send to Amazon workflow, choose Inventory to Send. To access Send to Amazon, click the menu icon in the upper left corner of the Seller Central homepage to open the main menu. Hover over Inventory and select Manage FBA Shipments. Click the Send to Amazon link at the top of the Shipping Queue page. On the Send to Amazon page, you'll see a list of all your SKUs that have been converted to FBA. To learn more about converting your inventory to FBA, go to Seller University and search for Converting Products to FBA. You can start a new workflow anytime by clicking Start New at the bottom of the Send to Amazon page. First, you'll set the address that you want to ship from and the marketplace destination. These details determine which fulfillment centers you'll send your inventory to. You won't be able to change them after you confirm your shipment destinations in Step 2, Confirm Shipping. Next, determine how you'd like to pack your shipping boxes. Knowing the contents of each shipping box allows us to move your inventory rapidly through our network with minimal manual touches. Providing us with accurate box content information also reduces the chances of boxes getting sidelined because of inconsistent box content information. It also allows us to make your inventory available to sell faster. There are 2 ways to add inventory that you want to send to Amazon. The first way is to add the inventory as case packs, which are shipping boxes that contain 1 or more units of the same SKU. The second way is to add the inventory as individual units and provide box content information for these units in the next step. First, let's look at adding case packs or single SKU boxes to the workflow. If you are shipping boxes with 1 or more units of the same SKU, we recommend that you create reusable case pack templates to provide box content information, box weights, box dimensions, and prep and labeling information. Since these templates can be used for future shipments, you won't have to re-enter packing details every time you ship that SKU. To learn how to create a case pack template, search for Send to Amazon, Create a Case Pack Template in Seller University. To replenish your case packed SKUs, choose the template that contains information about how the SKU is packed, prepped, and labeled from the Packing Details drop-down list. For quantity to send, you can select the recommended quantity that's generated based on your shipment history to Amazon. If you selected Seller as the labeling owner in the case pack template, the Print SKU Labels link will be visible. Click it to print and apply SKU labels. If you have remaining individual units that don't fit into your current case pack template, you can select more inputs to create another pack line. Next, enter the number of boxes you want to send. For this SKU, you're sending 13 boxes. This equals 130 units because your case pack template shows that each shipping box contains 10 sellable units. Click Ready to Send. With that, you now know how to add single SKU boxes created with case pack templates to your Send to Amazon workflow. Now, let's look at adding individual products to the workflow. This is ideal if you're sending mixed SKU boxes, that is, shipping boxes that contain more than 1 unique SKU, or sending single SKU boxes that change from shipment to shipment. Start by selecting individual units under Packing Details. Next, enter information about the prep and labeling of each unit. To change the prep category for each SKU that you selected, click Set Prep Category. From the Prep for each unit drop-down menu, select a category. Click Save. After reviewing the summary of changes, close the pop-up window. The change will be applied at the SKU level. To change the prep owner, label owner, or both, click Set Prep and Label Owner. Select either Apply to Chosen Packing Templates or Apply to All Packing Templates. Select an owner from either the Who Preps Units drop-down menu, the Who Labels Units drop-down menu, or both. Click Save. After reviewing the summary of changes, close the pop-up window. The changes will be applied at the template level. When you're done, enter the number of sellable units and click Ready to Pack. If you're shipping individual units, you'll notice a new step in the workflow. Step 1B, Pack Individual Units, where you'll be prompted to provide box content information for these SKUs. You can also print all SKU labels by clicking the Print All SKU Labels button beside the Pack Individual Units button. Note that you can create shipments that have both single SKU boxes created with case pack templates and individual units packed in mixed SKU boxes in the same workflow. After you've added all the inventory that you want to send, continue to the next step. This concludes our video. Step 1. Choose inventory to send. To learn more about shipping individual units, search for the video Step 1B, Pack Individual Units in Seller University. To learn more about shipping single SKU boxes using case pack templates only, you can proceed directly to the video Step 2, Confirm Shipping. Thank you and happy selling in the Amazon store. Welcome to our video on Step 1B of Send to Amazon, a streamlined shipment workflow that saves you time by simplifying Fulfillment by Amazon or FBA shipment creation. In this video, you'll learn steps to provide box content information and pack individual units from step 1 of the workflow. You won't see this step on Seller Central's Send to Amazon page if you already provided box content information for all your SKUs using the case pack templates in step 1. Once you've confirmed the quantity of individual units to send to Amazon, we determine which SKUs can be packed together based on whether they require special handling at our fulfillment centers. For example, SKUs that are categorized as dangerous goods or hazmat can't be packed with other SKUs. That's because dangerous goods are shipped to special fulfillment centers that can receive them safely. Two other factors that determine which SKUs can be packed together are product weights and dimensions. Also, oversized SKUs can't be packed with standard-sized SKUs. That's because oversized SKUs can only be received at specialized fulfillment centers. Finally, SKUs that require prep or labeling to be performed by Amazon shouldn't be packed with SKUs that are already prepped and labeled. This ensures that boxes containing SKUs that don't require Amazon to prep or label them aren't unnecessarily sidelined at the fulfillment center and can be made available to customers sooner. Once your pack groups are determined, you'll be prompted to provide box content information for the SKUs in each pack group. In this example, inventory has been sorted into 2 pack groups. You can pack SKUs in a pack group in any combination. However, you shouldn't mix SKUs from one pack group with SKUs from another pack group. If all units in a pack group fit into one box, select Everything will fit into one box and click Confirm. Then enter the box weight and dimensions and click Confirm Packing Information. If the units in a pack group will be packed in more than one box, select Multiple boxes will be needed and click Confirm. Next, provide packing information for your multiple boxes. From the drop-down menu, you have 3 options. The Enter Through a Web Form option lets you enter box content information individually using a web form. The Upload Excel file option lets you efficiently upload box content information in bulk. The Amazon Manually Processes Box Contents option lets you choose to outsource this step and have Amazon provide this service for a per-unit fee. Select Enter Through a Web Form if you have less than 12 units. Next, enter the estimated number of boxes and click Open Web Form. Then enter your box content information. Here, you'll enter the units boxed, box weight, and box dimensions. Then click Confirm Packing Information. For more guidance, click Instructions or Need Help in the top right corner. Select Upload Excel file to efficiently upload box content information in bulk. Then enter the estimated number of boxes that the SKUs in a pack group will fit into. Next, click Generate Excel file. Download the template and open the file in Excel. For each box, enter the number of units of each SKU that you'll be packing in that box. Make sure that the quantity of units in the boxes for each SKU is equal to the expected quantity of SKUs in that box. Next, enter the box weight and dimensions. As you pack, mark your boxes as Pack Group 1 Box 1, Pack Group 1 Box 2, and so on. This will help you match the right FBA box ID label to each box in Step 3, Print Box Labels. After you're done packing your shipping boxes and entering the information in the Excel file, save the file and upload it to Send to Amazon by clicking Upload and Validate File. We understand that as you pack your boxes, you might want to change the quantity of certain SKUs to account for damaged inventory or to optimize the space inside one or more boxes. You can do so by going back to Step 1 and updating the quantity of SKUs that you want to send. When you're done, proceed to Step 1B. Note that the pack groups can change when you add or remove SKUs in Step 1. Make sure that you re-upload the box content information for updated pack groups. After you provide box content information for all pack groups, click Confirm and Continue to proceed to the next step. This concludes the instructional video for Step 1B, Pack Individual Units. In the next step, we'll determine the optimal location for your boxes to be sent so they're as close to your customers as possible. Check out the video for Step 2, Confirm Shipping in Seller University. Thank you and happy selling in the Amazon store. Welcome to our video on Step 2 of Send to Amazon, a streamlined shipment workflow that saves you time by simplifying fulfillment by Amazon or FBA shipment creation. Now that you've completed Step 1 and chose inventory to send, let's continue with Step 2 and confirm shipping. Make sure that you've completed Step 1 already before proceeding to Step 2. Depending on the SKUs you select in Step 1 of the Send to Amazon workflow, your inventory could be sent to more than one Amazon fulfillment center. These are represented by shipment cards that appear in Step 2 of the workflow. When necessary, sending your inventory to multiple fulfillment centers helps ensure products can reach more customers more quickly and gives you the best chance to meet prime customer delivery promises. Click View Contents to see how your boxes are allocated across each shipment and to download a pack list. You can also print your SKU labels here if you haven't done so already. After reviewing the shipments, locate the ship date field and enter the date that you expect to hand off your inventory to your carrier. If you're unsure of the exact shipping date, make your best guess for now. You can update this field later. Providing an accurate ship date helps us plan for receiving your inventory in our fulfillment network and helps prevent unnecessary delays when delivering your products to customers. Next, choose the shipping mode. This refers to how your shipment will be transported. You can send your inventory as individual boxes by selecting the Small Parcel Delivery or SPD option, or as pallets by selecting the Less Than Truckload or LTL option. You can now choose multiple modes of shipment in the Send to Amazon workflow by unchecking the shipping mode checkbox. If you choose SPD, you'll be prompted to select a carrier to ship your products to our fulfillment centers. You can take advantage of discounted rates by choosing an Amazon-partnered carrier. This option allows you to purchase and print shipping labels within Send to Amazon. If you decide to use a different carrier, select one from the non-Amazon partnered carrier drop-down list. If you don't know which carrier you'll use or if you'll be using more than one, select Other. Review the estimated shipping charges in the bottom right corner of your screen before you accept and confirm shipping. If you choose the LTL option, you'll be able to see estimated pallet configurations based on the box content information you provided in Step 1 of the workflow. These are used to estimate the cost for shipping LTL, which serves as guidance for deciding the way your shipment will be transported. To reduce your overall shipping costs, you have the option to modify your pallet configurations and to confirm the carrier in Step 4 of the workflow. After finalizing the shipping mode, review the shipments and click Confirm Shipping. At this point, your shipments will be created and an ID will be generated for each shipment. The next STA step is printing box labels. Check out the STA Step 3 video to complete this step. Thank you and happy selling in the Amazon store. Welcome to our video on Step 2 of Send to Amazon, a streamlined shipment workflow that saves you time by simplifying fulfillment by Amazon or FBA shipment creation. Now that you've completed Step 1 and chose inventory, welcome to our video on Step 3 of Send to Amazon, a streamlined shipment workflow that saves you time by simplifying fulfillment by Amazon or FBA shipment creation. This step involves printing your box labels. By this time, your shipments have been confirmed in Step 2. In Step 3, you can see the details for each shipment, including the default shipment name and shipment ID within each shipment card. The default shipment names can be updated by clicking Rename. We understand that due to normal business events, you might need to make edits to shipment contents at this stage. You can do so by clicking the arrow that expands the Shipment Contents section and then clicking View or Edit Contents. Make sure Shipment Contents is expanded by clicking the arrow to see the link. In the pop-up window that appears, you can see how your boxes are allocated across each shipment, print the pack list, and edit the number of units within a shipment by 6 units or 5% of those units, whichever is greater. After you've finalized the quantity changes, click Validate Updates. If you need to change more units than these limits allow, you must cancel the workflow by clicking Delete Shipment and Charges at the bottom of the page and then create a new workflow. Let's see how to print box labels. First, select the box and shipping label size from the drop-down menu. Then click Print to generate a PDF with labels for each box in your shipment. Each box you send to Amazon fulfillment centers requires an FBA box ID label that identifies the contents of the box. If you're using an Amazon partnered carrier with your small parcel shipment, a shipping label will be generated for each box in addition to the FBA box ID label. If you're using a non-partnered carrier, work with them to create the carrier shipping labels for your boxes. Make sure that the correct FBA box ID label is applied to each box to avoid excessive receive delays. If you chose SPD, apply one shipping label per box as well as box labels. If you chose LTL, apply one shipping label per pallet, which will become available in a later step. There is one more step left, and the last step differs depending on the shipping mode and shipping carrier you selected in Step 2. If you're using a non-partnered carrier for SPD, hand off your boxes to a non-partnered carrier. Then click Proceed to enter tracking details to enter the shipment tracking ID in the Tracking ID field. Then click Save to change your shipment status to Shipped. You can track each shipment by clicking the Track Shipment links at the bottom of the page. If you're using an Amazon partnered carrier, they'll pick up boxes and automatically provide you with tracking information. Click View Tracking Details and you'll be directed to the final step, Tracking Details. For all small parcel deliveries, you've completed the last step of the Send to Amazon workflow. You can check your tracking details by clicking View. If you chose LTL and shipping pallets, now you're ready to proceed to Step 4. Click Continue to Carrier and Pallet Information to continue. Search for the video Send to Amazon Step 4, Confirm Carrier and Pallet Information in Seller University to watch our step-by-step guide. This concludes our video on printing box labels. Thank you and happy selling in the Amazon store. Welcome to our video on Step 4 of Send to Amazon, a streamlined shipment workflow that saves you time by simplifying Fulfillment by Amazon or FBA shipment creation. This step involves confirming carrier and pallet information. Note that you'll only see this step on the Send to Amazon page in Seller Central if you're shipping pallets. Now that you've printed and applied box labels, you're ready to palletize your boxes and confirm carrier information. The steps to provide pallet information differ depending on the carrier selection, Amazon partnered carrier or non-partnered carrier. First, let's explore the steps for using an Amazon partnered carrier. Select the first tab, Amazon partnered carrier. Here you can purchase shipping labels for Send to Amazon, schedule pickup, and take advantage of discounted shipping rates. Next, enter the freight ready date, which is the date when your shipments will be ready for pickup by the carrier. Giving Amazon an accurate freight ready date helps us plan for receiving your inventory in our fulfillment network. This, in turn, helps us avoid unnecessary delays. If this is your first shipment, add the contact information for someone at your pickup location who can coordinate with the carrier. If this isn't your first shipment, select an existing contact. Next, palletize your boxes if you haven't done so already, and provide pallet information for each shipment. We pre-populate this section based on the box content information you provided in Step 1 of the workflow. Verify these details are correct and then click Confirm to receive estimated carrier charges. If the details are incorrect, edit them to provide accurate pallet information. Updating pallet information will recalculate the shipping fees. Now, let's go through each field in the pallet information section. Freight class is a standardized classification system used to determine the billable weight and risk of a shipment. Ranked from 50 to 500, freight class can be entered manually. You can also choose to use Amazon's estimates instead. Freight declared value is optional and helps us determine the value of your inventory. If left blank, we'll assume the value is $1.50 times the shipment weight. Next, enter pallet weight and height, whether the pallets are stacked or not, and the number of pallets for each configuration. After confirming the pallet information for all shipments, accept your carrier charges by clicking Confirm Carrier and Pallet Information. This completes step 4 of the workflow for sellers shipping with an Amazon partnered carrier. If you're shipping with an Amazon partnered carrier, you can stop here and skip to our final Send to Amazon video in Seller University. Step 5, Print Pallet Labels. If you're shipping with a non-partnered carrier, continue watching this video. If you decide to book shipping outside of Send to Amazon with a carrier of your choice, select the second tab, Non-Partnered Carrier. If you haven't done so already, palletize your boxes and confirm the number of pallets in each shipment. Click Print to print 4 copies of the FBA pallet ID labels for each of your pallets. Pallet labels include information that fulfillment centers use to verify the arrival and contents of a shipment. Place one label squarely on each of the 4 sides of the pallet so that forklift drivers will be able to see them. Next, select the carrier that you'll be using to ship to Amazon. If your carrier isn't on the list, select Other. To finalize the step, start by clicking Proceed to enter tracking details. Enter your PRO freight bill number provided by your carrier. If you also have a bill of lading or BOL number, you may enter it in addition to the PRO freight bill number. Finish by clicking Save to change your shipment status to Shipped. Note that when you're not using the Amazon Partnered Carrier program, you must provide your tracking information for shipments. This information is used to update your shipments to shipped status and helps fulfillment centers verify the arrival and contents of your shipment. This brings us to the end of shipment creation if you're shipping pallets with a carrier of your choice. To learn how to complete this workflow, search for our final Send to Amazon video in Seller University, Step 5, Print Pallet Labels. Thank you and happy selling in the Amazon store. Welcome to our video on Step 5 of Send to Amazon, a streamlined shipment workflow that saves you time by simplifying Fulfillment by Amazon, or FBA, shipment creation. This step involves printing pallet labels. You'll only see this step on the Send to Amazon page in Seller Central if you're shipping pallets with an Amazon partnered carrier. Now that your pallets are packed, it's time to apply pallet labels. Print your pallet labels by selecting your print format from the Pallet Labels drop-down menu and clicking Print Pallet Labels. This generates 4 copies of the FBA pallet ID and shipping label for each pallet in your shipment. Place one label squarely on each of the 4 sides of the pallet so that the forklift driver will be able to see them. You can also print the bill of lading, or BOL, in this step if you click View Tracking Details. For each pallet shipment, you must provide a valid BOL to the carrier so they can schedule a delivery appointment. The BOL will be generated no later than 8 a.m. local time the morning of pickup. During pickup, make sure you provide your assigned partnered carrier both the BOL and the Amazon reference number, or ARN. You can track each shipment by clicking the Track Shipment links at the bottom of the page. You've completed the last step of the Send to Amazon workflow. This concludes Step 5, Print Pallet Labels, as well as how to create a shipment if you're shipping pallets with an Amazon partnered carrier. Thank you and happy selling in the Amazon store. Welcome to our training, Manage Your FBA Inventory. After watching this video, you'll be able to use features on the FBA Inventory Management page in Seller Central and maintain FBA inventory after shipping your products to a fulfillment center. Maintaining your FBA inventory is crucial. If you run out of inventory for a given product, the listing for that product will automatically be inactivated. This will negatively impact your sales and sales velocity, and may also impact your search ranking. You also may incur long-term storage fees, which are costlier than standard storage fees if your inventory is poorly managed or if you store excess inventory for too long. To help you ensure that your FBA inventory is current, let's explore how to use the FBA Inventory Management page in Seller Central. First, click the menu icon in the top left corner of the Seller Central homepage. Hover over Inventory and click Manage FBA Inventory. You'll be taken to your FBA Inventory Management page. On this page, you can add a product to your FBA inventory, view your current FBA products, and check the number of products that are either inbound, available, unfulfillable, or reserved. Note that the page will reflect when your products actually arrive at a fulfillment center. Before you ship your products, make sure to consider how long they'll take to arrive at the fulfillment center. We recommend that you have about 2 months of inventory on hand at fulfillment centers at any given time. Remember to check your inventory frequently. If your unit level is 0, your listing will become inactive. Also, if you set inventory replenishment alerts, you'll see a red bell next to the number in the available column representing the stock that's low at the fulfillment center. To set replenishment alerts or to view more features, click the Edit button. Here are 2 other things to consider when maintaining your FBA inventory. First, you might benefit from high stock limits. These limits reduce the number of times you have to send your products to fulfillment centers. The higher your sell-through rate, the more these limits will increase. Strategies such as running ads and deals can help you promote your products and may increase both your sales and your stock limits. Also, ensure that you don't have inventory sitting in fulfillment centers for long periods of time, as this may negatively impact your sell-through rate. Second, make sure to always check that your inventory is kept at an adequate level and that you're aware of any low stock alerts. Let's review the best practices for maintaining FBA inventory. Check your inventory frequently on the FBA Inventory Management page. Set replenishment alerts. Have approximately 2 months of inventory at fulfillment centers. Increase your stock limits using marketing and promotions. Send products you know will sell. This concludes our video on managing your FBA inventory. Thank you and happy selling in the Amazon store. Welcome to our overview of the Inventory Performance Index, or IPI. If you have a professional selling plan and store inventory at an Amazon fulfillment center, you'll receive an IPI score. It measures how well you manage your Fulfillment by Amazon, or FBA, inventory. In this video, we'll explain which factors impact your IPI and where to find tips for improving your score. Think of IPI as a scale. It tracks how well you balance keeping products in stock to meet customer demand with avoiding excess inventory. We recommend you start by stocking enough items to cover between 30 and 60 days of your expected sales. Then review your IPI score regularly to help avoid missing out on sales or paying long-term FBA storage fees. To check your IPI score, expand the IPI section at the top of the Seller Central homepage. Then click the IPI score next to the store you'd like to review. You'll arrive at the Inventory Performance page. Here, you can reference a snapshot of your IPI score, which is updated weekly, top influencing factors like in-stock inventory, and a summary of the percentage of your FBA sales revenue you spent on FBA storage fees over a given time frame. You can review recommendations on how to improve your FBA inventory performance across these categories in the Ways to Improve Your Performance section on the Inventory Performance page. Select the Show More Details checkbox below a recommendation for more information. In this example, we surfaced an Amazon selling partner's in-stock rate over a number of weeks and estimated lost FBA sales over the past 30 days. They can use these insights to inform the FBA inventory quantities they'll keep in stock. Select the drop-down arrow icons at the bottom of the page to review your restock limits and storage volume. The Restock Limits section helps you manage the quantities you add to your FBA inventory. We calculate your restock limits based on your historical sales and forecasted demand. The storage volume section lets you know the amount of space these items are occupying in fulfillment centers compared to your storage limits. We recommend reviewing your IPI score and these two sections regularly, since your performance in these areas can determine if you'll be subject to storage limits. These limits help Amazon manage storage capacity as customer demand changes. If you exceed your storage limits, you'll pay monthly overage fees and won't be able to create new shipments. Select the letter I icon on the right side of each section for more information on restock limits or storage volume. Note that your IPI score considers both recent and historical performance. This means factors like seasonality, unexpected disruptions to your business, or other short-term fluctuations are less likely to impact your score. This also means you'll have more time to adjust your FBA inventory strategy. Note that a few factors won't impact your IPI score. New ASINs won't impact your IPI score for the first 90 days, so you can have time to test new products and monitor your sales. Pending removals, including liquidation orders, won't impact your IPI score since you've already addressed your aged or excess inventory. And if you're new to FBA or haven't been active in the past 13 weeks, you might not receive an IPI score until more data is available. Search IPI score in Seller Central to learn more about them and how they're calculated. This concludes our overview on IPI scores. Thank you, and happy selling in the Amazon store.